And now if I could ask graduating student Francis Zsurka to give the valedictorian address.
Chairman Aber, President and Vice Chancellor Shepard, Dr. Meyapan, invités et participants distingués, confrères étudiants, amis, familles, j'ai le plaisir et l'honneur de m'adresser à vous tous aujourd'hui de la part des diplômés du printemps 2018. My fellow graduates, we did it. Let that relief sink in. Let that feeling of celebratory triumph wash over you, because we are finally here. And meanwhile, I'd like to say a few words about our journey. I will miss many things about Concordia. The beams of sunlight shining through the branches during study sessions at the greenhouse, the warm background chatter of the Hive cafeteria, having lunch at the People's Potato, and exploring all the tactile learning experiences at the Technology Sandbox, as well as studying at the library itself, though maybe not some of those sleepless nights. Perhaps you can relate to some of these experiences, and maybe you do not. What means the most to you? What you've done, what you've learned, the friends you've made? We have an incredible diverse community of graduates here today, each of you with your own personal answers, and each of you have been a vital element in the great tapestry of student life over the past several years. And at times, our path here has been difficult. Even more so if you don't look like most of your peers, or think or act or feel like most of your peers, if you are not as healthy or as abled, if you have more external obligations and responsibilities, and if for any reason you have had to struggle with and challenge an encroaching notion of what if success is not for you, not for people like you, not for those in your situation. Sometimes it has been up to us to push through and try harder and keep everything away from the last minute. And other times, life could throw curveballs such that our very best was sadly not enough. Certainly, there have been times where I doubted that I would be up here walking the stage, receiving my diploma, and I would have laughed myself to tears if you told me I would be standing at this podium. And yet, we did it, all of us. And that is thanks in part to all the sources of acceptance and support around us during our time here at Concordia, many of whom are right here in this auditorium. Our teammates, our friends, the families we have, the families we choose, professors who, alongside their TAs, could capture our attention even in the subjects we thought we might hate, and who could still engage us in the subjects that we struggled to enjoy or grasp, who spent their office hours to keep us on track, and who encouraged our independent creativity with hands-on projects, who could make some accommodations for some of those life's curveballs. I'd like to take a moment to personally thank Dr. Hanna, as well as Dr. Fancott. They've truly done so much. They've truly done so much for so many of us. But there are many, many more here who have all made great impacts. And I would be up here all day if only I could list and thank each of you individually. I'd also like to thank the non-academic staff, such as Ms. Martine Fachina. I wouldn't be up here without you. These are the people who resolved system glitches and bureaucratic jams, who set up countless workshops and events, and who provided us with healthcare, counseling, accessibility, career resources, financial aid, and so much more. Not to forget the ECA, the CSU, all our wonderful student initiatives and student clubs, and of course, the deans and administrators who coordinated and made all this possible. All of you deserve our heartfelt gratitude. You've made our time here truly special. Most of all, each of you who believed in us, even during the times when we perhaps did not believe in ourselves. You pushed us forward through our tough schedules and heavy course loads, and the rest, my fellow graduates, was up to us. As programmers and engineers, we're set up on a path of perpetual learning. During our time here at Concordia, we've come to realize its most important aspect, perseverance. Our strength and skills are most developed not during the times at which we easily succeed, but when we falter. It's where we face failure, and we debug it, and we refine it, and we iterate upon better and better and better designs, here academically, and in our careers, and in our personal lives. As engineers and programmers, we make the most of our resources, and we build. And today, each and every one of you has finished building your diploma. Whether you breezed through or barely scraped by, whether you're moving on or coming back from grad school, whether you know where you are going or still in the process of figuring it all out, what matters is you did it. And for that, congratulations. Félicitations! One more thing. Our diploma is now in of itself a brand new building block. And each and every one of us is about to take the next steps to build our future. Let's make it an even brighter future. I know that we can and that we will, as long as we keep iterating. Merci beaucoup, et je vous souhaite un merveilleux été. Thank you.
I want to express my gratitude for very generous remarks from Francis Zsurka, the valedictorian, focusing on perseverance, resilience, and the future. Francis, thank you so much.